Liverpool's season has unfolded with an air of control and careful planning, leaving little room for obvious shocks or sudden twists. While attention has largely been fixed on results, injuries, and the wider transfer landscape, one subtle development has been quietly taking shape in the background. Easy to miss, but significant once noticed. It is not the kind of moment that dominates headlines or fuels instant debate, yet its implications could linger far longer than expected. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool's January business has been dominated by outward calm. Other than one deal, there has been no dramatic deadline day scramble, no public contract standoffs, no high-profile recalls. Yet beneath that surface, a significant decision has quietly fallen into place, one that could carry long-term implications for both Liverpool and Aston Villa. Harvey Elliott is now expected to remain at Villa Park for the remainder of the campaign after no agreement was reached over a return to Anfield. Despite occasional speculation about Liverpool reassessing the arrangement midway through the season, club sources insist there has been no progress or recent dialogue around altering the terms of the deal. At the heart of the matter is the 10-game obligation written into Elliott's agreement with Villa. That clause, which would trigger a permanent transfer fee in the region of £30 to £35 million, remains intact. Crucially, there has been no movement toward removing or renegotiating it, a clear indication that Villa are, at the very least, prepared to let the deal run its course. From Liverpool's perspective, there was never a strong appetite to recall the 22-year-old. While Elliott remains highly rated at Anfield, the club were conscious of disrupting his momentum midway through the season, particularly given his regular minutes and defined role under Unai Emery. Any recall would also have required a complex restructuring of the agreement, something Liverpool showed little interest in pursuing. Villa, meanwhile, would face financial consequences if they attempted to exit the arrangement early. Ending the agreement would require the payment of a termination fee, making an early separation both costly and impractical. As a result, all parties have opted for stability, allowing Elliott's situation to continue unchanged. That decision may appear routine on the surface, but it carries notable strategic weight. For Elliott, the remainder of the season represents a crucial audition. Villa's structured midfield has offered him consistent exposure to high-pressure Premier League matches, European competition, and a tactical framework that places emphasis on intelligence, positioning, and work rate, all areas that suit his game. His performances over the coming months will heavily influence whether Villa are comfortable committing to a fee that would place him among their most expensive signings. Liverpool, meanwhile, retain a degree of leverage regardless of the outcome. Should Elliott hit the appearance threshold and trigger the obligation, the club would secure a substantial fee for a player who, while talented, faces fierce competition in Liverpool's midfield. If Villa fall short of the trigger or opt against permanence, Liverpool would welcome back a more seasoned, battle-hardened player with enhanced market value. There is also a broader squad planning element at play. Liverpool's midfield has undergone rapid evolution, and decisions around Elliott must be framed within that context. Allowing him to remain at Villa avoids complicating selection dynamics mid-season while preserving clarity over his long-term future. From Villa's viewpoint, patience may be deliberate. Allowing Elliott to complete the campaign gives them maximum data before committing to a fee north of £30 million. If he finishes the season strongly, particularly in decisive fixtures, the obligation becomes easier to justify. If not, Villa may explore alternative solutions and accept the costs of reassessing their approach. What makes the situation notable is how quietly it has unfolded. In an era where loan clauses and obligations often dominate headlines, this development has slipped largely under the radar despite involving a homegrown Liverpool talent and a sizable financial commitment. As it stands, there are no imminent twists, no renegotiation, no recall, no termination. Elliott will remain at Aston Villa until the end of the campaign, and only then will the next chapter be written. Sometimes the biggest decisions are not the loudest. In other news, Jacquet has spoken for the first time since finalising his £60 million move to Liverpool, explaining why it was important he stayed at Rennes until summer. Jacquet's move to Anfield was announced late on Monday night, with Liverpool not bound by the transfer deadline due to the terms of their deal with Rennes. The agreement, worth an initial £55 million, rising to £60 million with add-ons, will come into effect in the summer, with the 20-year-old staying in France for the remainder of the season. Speaking to Rennes' official website on the confirmation of his eventual switch to Liverpool, Jacquet explained the motive behind the move and the decision to delay it until the summer. I am honoured to sign for Liverpool, one of the greatest football institutions in the world, the France Under-21 international said. It was also very important for me to finish my time in red and black on a high at my boyhood club, the club of my heart. I'm approaching the second half of the season with the desire to experience some great moments with my teammates and the fans. Rennes are currently 6th in League One and are vying for a place in one of the European competitions next season. And Jacquet's input will be vital between now and the end of the season. Wearing the number 94 shirt, he has played almost every minute of every game in the French top tier so far this term, only missing 2 games due to suspension. He has become a staple on the right side of a 3-man defense, and it will be interesting to see where he figures in Liverpool's plans moving forward. It could be that he serves as a direct replacement for countryman Ibrahima Konate, who is yet to agree an extension to a contract which expires at the end of June. But there is also the possibility of switching to a back 3, perhaps along with Virgil van Dijk and Giovanni Leone once the Italian returns to fitness, with more emphasis on Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong as attacking wingbacks. For now though, his focus will be on Rennes, who are also into the last 16 of the Coupe de France and face Marseille on Tuesday night. Jacquet is well aware of the scale of the club he is set to join, however, one of the greatest football institutions in the world. For now, however, the future can wait. Jacquet's priority is clear: to finish what he started at Rennes, and to do so with the same consistency and authority that has defined his breakout season. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.